audio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host, Belle,
and the Cannabis Kids. Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona, and the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call live at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email thctucson@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Weedsday Wednesday and Studio C, along with our many sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the lowest price certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
Visit Tumbleweeds Health Center at 4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart,
be safe,
and educate.
Oh, I hope that showed up over there. Holy Toledo, that was weird. I haven't had that happen in a while. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. Wondering if it's on there because last week after 3 minutes, the show just shut off. I know, it was really weird. It says it's live. Let's see what's happening. So we're going to click it. We're going to click our own show and see if we can hear what's going on. We don't really need to open the app or anything. Let's just see. And, oh my Lord, can you hear me now? Wondering if you can hear me now. I don't hear a thing at all. I hear nothing. Nothing on this show. Why? Well, let's try and find out. Says we're live. Says it's going. Says there's somebody on here, but I don't know who or whom. But I can't hear a thing. So that's really weird. Usually I can hear what's going on. Let's see if we can refresh this and see if we can see if there's actually anything happening. I think that we're live. Let me see. We're gonna just try again because the magic of live. So here we are. All right. So there's a little delay, but we are indeed live. A little delay, but we're live. So let's see. I actually want to, yeah. Okay, well, you can hear everything, so we're just going to leave that up. And no, I don't want to search inside anything. I just want to turn this down because technology will just, I'm just going to do that and trust that the show keeps going. How is everybody today on Weedsday Wednesday? I don't know why this isn't supposed to be playing through my little speaker over here, and I don't know that it is. So mic mode, standard, voice isolation, don't have any idea. Okay, well, welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Belle here. Cannabis Kid, Silver Sister, they keep threatening to come to the show, and I'm wondering, what the heck, guys? Where are you? Where the heck are you? I'm going to just mess with the system settings for a minute. And whilst I do that, let's see if we can't do this.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
There we go. I got it to work. That's right. Give us a call, 520-838-4430. Come on down to Tumbleweeds Health Center and the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come get certified. We have doctors on staff Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for your convenience, 10 to 6. And the shop is open otherwise 7 days a week. Some Sundays isn't ish. It's Sunday-ish. If it's absolutely just too hot and no one's in the parking lot, then we're going to be like, see ya, going to the pool. Exactly. All right. So, okay. What's going on in the world of weed? Now, we lost the other person that was on. Maybe that was Silver Sister. Maybe it wasn't. We don't know. But let's check some sources that we haven't checked in a while. Are you at least 21? Yep. Anyone can lie and say it, but we're just going to lie and say it. I'm at least 21. Maybe slightly older. Any events where azmarijuana.com? None. No events. Let's see if there's anything going on in news. Democrats call on Trump to commute people incarcerated for marijuana. Massachusetts to double the recreational cannabis possession limit. All right, Massachusetts. All right, let's see what is going on in the kitchen. All right, let's see what the Democrats are saying. Democrats call on Trump to commute people incarcerated for marijuana. Democratic lawmaker sent a letter to President Trump on his pardon czar, Alice Marie Johnson, seeking the commutation of the sentences of all serving in federal prisons for nonviolent marijuana-related offenses. The letter reads in part, quote, "We write to respectfully request that you use your pardon power to commute the sentences to all those in the federal prison system serving non-violent marijuana-related offenses. The inclusion of marijuana in the Controlled Substances Act has resulted in tens of millions of people being sent to county, state, and federal prisons over the last several decades. Nearly 9 in 10 Americans believe that marijuana should be legal for medical or recreational purposes. You have recognized this disconnect between the science and policy with your executive order directing the Department of Justice to complete the rescheduling to Schedule 3 and your DOJ's April 23, 2026 order to reschedule certain medical marijuana products to Schedule 3. However, rescheduling marijuana does not provide relief for anyone currently in federal prison from a marijuana conviction. As president, you have a unique opportunity to use your constitutional authority and issue a categorical commutation to address the continuing injustice. Those convicted of marijuana offenses face disproportionately long sentences based on data from the United States Sentencing Commission. It's estimated that approximately 3,000 people are still federally incarcerated for marijuana trafficking offenses, with hundreds, perhaps thousands, serving harsh mandatory minimum sentences of 5 years or longer. Additionally, the arrest rate for African Americans for marijuana possession is 3.6-fold higher than for white people, despite similar usage rates. Too many people are serving way too long for marijuana-associated offenses. This means precious time away from loved ones and families separated for years, and in some cases even decades, due to our country's antiquated laws around marijuana. However, thousands of people continue to be federally incarcerated for marijuana-related offenses on activities that most states in some form have legalized. The Bureau of Prisons, the BOP, is plagued by capacity issues, both overcrowded and understaffed. While it won't solve the structural issues that have led us here, we believe that commuting the sentences of people with marijuana offenses would both address the overly harsh sentences while simultaneously allowing BOP to focus resources where they are needed most. And lastly, those serving unjust marijuana sentences should be provided with support services to ensure they have a successful reentry after years of incarceration. Unfortunately, often those with life sentences cannot assess reentry services. In order to prevent recidivism, we also urge you to order BOP, the Bureau of Prisons, to provide such services to people serving marijuana sentences. Thank you for your consideration of our request. In April, the federal government moved to reclassify state licensed medical marijuana from a Schedule 1 controlled substance to Schedule 3 under federal law. State licensed medical marijuana is being rescheduled. All right, well, there you have that right there. Yeah, it would make a huge difference if they took all those people out of jail that didn't need to be there. I think there are considerations when, obviously to look at if it was more than a marijuana crime, if they have prior charges, what the charges were, et cetera, et cetera. Black, white, doesn't matter. Law is the law. Law is the law. Too bad it doesn't get respected that way, even by the people in the law themselves. And we've seen that recently. Oh, my Lord. I'm glad that guy got fired for beating up that cop. I'm sorry to your family and to you. And that's ridiculous. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. All right. So let's see what's going on in the kitchen. Let's see if High Times has any new news. Cannabis Cup. New Jersey winners become a judge. I've applied for that like a lot. And I got instructions one time. And then it went nowhere. So I think you have, I don't even know what to think. All right. Okay, let's see. The Stony Awards are back. Meet the class of 2026. He won a jet on Mr. Beast. Now he's linked to a 577-pound marijuana trafficking case. All right, let's read about that. How do you win a jet? First of all, how in God's name does anyone win a jet? How do you win a jet? I want to know. Okay. Jabari Brown, the young pilot who went viral after winning a private jet in a Mr. Beast challenge, was arrested in Paraguay after authorities said he was one of the people connected to a private aircraft where agents found more than 261.6 kilos of marijuana. According to Paraguay's National Anti-Drug Secretariat, known as CNAD, SENAD, the plane had arrived from Miami and landed in Silvio Pettirossi International Airport, the country's main airport, located outside of Asuncion. The arrest instantly turned the case into a headline machine, a viral YouTube winner, a private jet, several U.S. nationals, cannabis authorities described as high THC, and what investigators suspect may have been a route into the Brazilian market. Authorities said Brown was arrested Saturday night at a hotel in Asuncion, becoming the fourth person detained in connection with the case. 3 other U.S. nationals identified by Paraguayan media as Marisol Rivas, Anthony Vasquez, and David Thomas Wise were also arrested after agents discovered cannabis hidden in luggage being unloaded from the aircraft. Local outlet ABC Color reported that prosecutors filed international drug trafficking charges against the detainees. Brown became known online after appearing in Mr. Beast 2025 Aviation Challenge, 100 Pilots Fight for a Private Jet, where pilots competed for a Hawker 400 XP valued at around $2.4 million. Yeah, because it had how many hundreds of pounds of drugs on it? course it was valued that high. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. At the time, the story was framed as a feel-good internet moment, a 20-year-old pilot beating out 99 other contestants and walking away with a multi-million-dollar aircraft. In the video, the contestants were put through a series of physically and mentally exhausting aviation-themed challenges before the final winner took the jet. Brown, who has also been known online as Treasy, reportedly hoped to use the aircraft to launch a charter business. Yeah, and I bet that charter business was marijuana. Folks, be back in 1 second. Have a commercial again.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
All right, thanks for, no, I didn't say start over. Silly thing. All right, sorry about that. Okay, in the video, he went through a bunch of aviation themed challenges, and then he won. And just months later, his name is now tied to a very different kind of aviation story. CNAD said the seized marijuana was premium with a high THC content. Authorities stated that shipment was found as several suitcases were being transferred from the aircraft to a vehicle believed to be headed towards Asuncion. The agency estimated the cargo could be worth around $14,000 per kilo in the Brazilian market. At 261.6 kilos, that would place the shipment's estimated value at roughly $3.6 million. Was this a little marketing adventure that you were going to go on, buddy? Because this was the wrong one. Who owned the plane? One of the stranger twists in the case is that Brown was not identified by Paraguayan authorities as the alleged owner of the aircraft. CNAD said the aircraft was allegedly owned and piloted by Keith Silats, an Estonian citizen whom the agency identified as a co-founder of Bolt Mobility in the United States. Paraguayan outlet Ultimo Hora also reported that Silats was believed to have piloted the aircraft and left the country before the operation that led to the seizure and arrests. Dun, dun, dun. That detail leaves several major questions open, including who organized the flight, who owned the cargo, and what role each person aboard the aircraft played. As of now, there's no public indication from authorities that Mr. Beast or his company had any connection to the case beyond Brown's prior appearance in the viral competition. The connection is a bit more cultural than legal. Brown's internet fame is what made the arrest travel for far beyond Paraguayan crime pages. Editorials note, this is a developing case. All charges and allegations described in the story are based on statements from Paraguayan authorities and local media reports. The individuals named are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in court. There's no public indication that Mr. Beast or his company had any involvement in the case beyond Jabari Brown's prior appearance in the YouTube competition. Wow, now what is this? I wonder what kind of aviation things. Oh, wonder what kind of things. I was just popping it on to see if I could see what kind of stunts and stuff they were required to do. That's just craziness. Okay. Well, let's get to some more news. I'm sure you can. Oh boy, this is the guy. Oh no, this is the competition. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's find some more cannabis news. We'll get on over to Cannabis Business Times. And no, we don't want samples of that. GTA 7 Mini, the all-in-one that does it all. Gravity fed, postless reservoir technology, perfectly optimized for any extract. Get samples or continue to decide. Louisiana bid for adult use cannabis pilot program dies. Wah, wah. Governor signs recriminalization bill instead. What? 5 aggrieved persons sue Trump, DOJ, over cannabis rescheduling order. Are you watering your cannabis plants too much? 7 House Democrats demand IRS Treasury provide 280E cannabis guidance. 3 U.S. House Republicans attempt to thwart intoxicating hemp product ban. And 15 ways to increase yield while maintaining quality. Well, I saw a couple of things that were interesting to me. Let's start with this. 3 House, I'm not going to fall behind. 3 House Republicans attempt to thwart intoxicating hemp product ban. The GOP lawmakers filed 3 proposed amendments to a federal appropriations bill to modify, delay, or stop the ban's forthcoming implementation. 3 U.S. House Republicans are hoping to either regulate intoxicating hemp products, delay an upcoming federal ban by 2 years, or prevent the ban's implementation altogether in separate proposals filed this week. The congressmen submitted their amendments ahead of May 28 deadline for the Agricultural, Rural Development, Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and related agency Appropriations Act of 2027. The House Committee on Rules reserves the power to consider amendments for the legislation. House Resolution 8646 before the underlying funding package advances to the lower chamber's floors. Oh, this is your last free article. Jeez, we've already claimed our free article. Lordy be. The 3 hemp-related amendments, if considered, would disrupt in one form or another the November 12th, 2026 implementation of legislation that appends the 2018 Farm Bill's federal definition of hemp that has allowed products containing intoxicating derivatives to swell the shelves of gas stations and smoke shops nationwide. The new definition, set to take effect later this year after President Donald Trump signed legislation to reopen the government last year, will ban hemp-derived products containing more than 0.4 milligrams of total THC per container, or those containing synthesized delta-8 THC or unnatural, i.e. HHC cannabinoids. In addition, the new law defines hemp as containing no more than 0.3% of total THC, including THCA. And Rep. Andy Barr, one of 3 lawmakers who offered hemp-related amendments this week, is hoping to overhaul those prohibitive restrictions on intoxicating products with a proposed tax and regulatory framework. Barr's bill, detailed below, is the most comprehensive of the three amendments. Rep. Russell Fry filed an amendment that aims to delay the November 2026 implementation by 2 years through simply striking 365 days and inserting 3 years into Section 781 of the 141-page agricultural spending bill that Trump signed last year as part of the government reopening deal. And Rep. James Comer filed an amendment that attempts to halt the forthcoming ban's enforcement mechanisms altogether by stating that, quote, none of the funds made available by this act may be used to implement Section 781 of the Trump-signed appropriations package. In April, when the U.S. House passed the 2026 Farm Bill, leaving the forthcoming hemp product ban intact, Comer unsuccessfully sought a 1-year delay in the ban's enactment. Quote, the hemp industry is facing significant challenges and growing uncertainty, and is long past time for Congress to move farmers and business owners with the clarity they need to succeed, he said at this time. This uncertainty is already having a negative effect, and it's impacting real people, real jobs, real communities across the country, particularly in rural America. Barr's amendment The quote, Lawful Hemp Protection Act, quote, is much broader, offering a regulated pathway to, quote, promote responsible industry growth, protected consumers, and reinforce confidence in lawful hemp commerce, quote. The 25-page bill would redefine hemp to include a 1% Delta 9 THC threshold on a dry weight basis, but that Delta 9 concentration would be measured on the finished consumer product, not on raw floral hemp material or work in progress material, and would execute cannabinoids not found in or capable of being naturally produced by the plant. The bill also intends to add hemp-derived consumable product labeling requirements to show how many milligrams of THC per serving and package a product contains, as well as the following statement, quote, government warning. 1, according to the Surgeon General, women should not consume hemp products during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. And 2, consumption of hemp products impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems. Barr's proposal also aims to prevent hemp-derived consumable product packaging from imitating or mimicking a trademarked or well-known product, or from targeting anyone under 21 years old, and to require in-person or virtual age verification for all ages. Protecting minors and preventing children's access to hemp products is central to the public interest and the long-term credibility of the hemp industry. The bill's findings section states strong age control measures are necessary to prevent misuse and safeguard public health. Barr's proposal also contains a provision to allow for Medicare coverage of certain hemp-derived products, aligning with the new Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS CBD pilot program that commenced on April 1st and under FDA Commissioner Marty McCary's direction and with Trump's blessing. Quote, many Americans, including veterans and seniors, rely on consumer hemp products for wellness. Ensuring that such products are consistently manufactured, accurately labeled, and domestically sourced is essential to maintaining public trust and protecting consumers, the bill states. The legislation would also impose a 5% federal tax on hemp-derived consumable products that are sold in interstate commerce, including beverages. Hemp-derived beverages would be taxed at a rate of 5 cents per THC milligram, with revenue helping support enforcement of a zero-tolerance policy for impaired driving. Barr's proposal also intends to protect states' rights to implement their own regulatory authorities on intoxicating hemp products that don't disrupt federally compliant interstate commerce. Well, there you have it. And we all know that anytime, there's so much gray verbiage in these, bills and laws and rules and things that are written that you can literally work around. And that's where all these products, HHC, all these things came from, is a workaround, because seriously, people want to recreate, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with recreating whatsoever. In fact, a lot of people are just turning to mushrooms, magic mushrooms, and all sorts of mushrooms. It's good to have a little fun in life. Yeah, it really is. Especially with sound effects. You know what else is good? Yeah, bitches.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a run, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
Walk into my house like, what up? I got some good pot. I'm just pumped up, got some herb from the pot shop. I
ice in the fridge, it used to be frosty. My friends like, damn, there's a storm nest, don't care. Rolling in hella high, looking like it's people time. Dominating all my friends as I eat some chili fries. Drink to the sluggy with my girl sitting next to me. Probably should have had a big bowl full of iced tea. Peace. But shit, it was 99 cents. I'll be blazing and smoking, about to go and get some munchies snacks. Passing up on those Cracker Jacks, Reese's Pieces of where it's at. Gotta get me some soda pop. Cottonmouth has been creeping up, but can't remember where I put my keys. Yeah, that's what's up. I'ma take you grandpa's ride. No, for real, ask your grandpa, can I take a 65 to Bill cruising to my local Publix? Nothing better than rolling with two super fly chicks that have frozen burritos. I bought frozen burritos. I bought some Ben and Jerry's, and then I bought some Cheetos. Hello, my main man Obama. A couple states have just reformed their laws on marijuana. What you gonna do? Send the feds there? Hell no. The DEAs will be like, they got volcano. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. Looking for a pot shop. This is fucking. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
What you know about the science of marijuana? What you know about people suffering from glaucoma? They need it, it helps them with their condition. If you don't believe me, then just ask some eye physicians. Thank your granddad for voting for that guy. Richard Nixon is the president who made the plant illegal. But science is now showing that it's medicine for people, and the private sector's fighting to keep all of that illegal. Alcohol and tobacco, pharmaceutical prisons. I take those 4 major lobby groups and fight those motherfuckers. They're making money day and night, all those motherfuckers. And bribing Congress out of sight, all those motherfuckers. They be like, oh, it's immoral and unhealthy. I'm like, how many people are you making wealth? Anti-marijuana lobbies are making all kinds of profits, and they don't want you to stop because of all the special interest. I call that getting swindled and pimp shit. I call that getting tricked by the government. That law's hella old, so it's time to update it, regulate it, and then get it under state control. Peak game, look into my political telescope. Think it's gonna stay like this forever? Not hella won't. Not hella won't. Hey, Obama, stop being a hypocrite. You used to smoke weed, fool.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a run, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. Let's end the war on drugs. It's time to pull the plug. These special interest groups are nothing more than corporate thugs. Let's end the war on weed. The people have agreed. These special interest groups have built these laws with bribery. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
All right, welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. How y'all doing? I can't even believe I didn't even announce. I know. How many days until Christmas? No, not Hotel Tombstone, but you can check that out as well. There are 205 days until Christmas, 206 until it's over. You better get on that, Silver Sister. You've got 204 days to get your together. That's for the bestie. June 3rd already. Happy June, y'all. I literally think we had a tie this month. Come on, it's totally tied because when I hit send for Happy June, mine came up and then yours switched to the top. So that's a tie. All right, let's see. I already created a free account. I already did that. Signed in over here. And then we're back on. Well, actually, let's just do a shout out to Tumbleweeds Health Center in the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come and see our beautiful shop. It's our hemp and CBD shop / certification center now. We moved on over there. Most people say it's closer to their homes for whatever reason. It's 5 miles down the road. Is it 5 miles? I think it is. It's literally around the corner. But that's a good, I mean, it's depending on traffic, 7 to 90 minutes. Oh, Tucson traffic. Silly little city. So come on down and check it out. Get on over to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com and check out thegoodleafshop.com. If you want to shop online for hemp and CBD products, we've got some beautiful products online to shop for. And so if you want to get certified, I'm going to let you know what you can get certified for in the great state of Arizona. And remember, you do not have to come in. We have telemedicine. Yeah. Hi, Mama. Mama Kitty's like, what the hell was that? All right. If you go to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com and you click the certification section, there's a button for telemedicine, and there's also a button to book your appointment right there, right when you get to that section. And these are the ailments that you can get certified for in Arizona. First one, PTSD. You have to bring in your own records, not anything that we can do. That's every 12 months. You have to see a doctor and then bring those records into us. That's not our thing. I know, Mama Kitty. Hello, how are you? So see, I'm listening, but it doesn't even show that anybody's listening. That's really weird. All right, so we'll just leave that there then. Also, most of these you'll have seen a doctor for. That's just a given, like cancer, glaucoma, AIDS. If you're bringing that diagnosis to us, you've most likely seen a doctor. Chronic pain covers everything from migraines, migrams, to fibromyalgia, backaches, headaches, cramps, menstrual cramps, leg cramps, all the aches, arthritis. Oh my Lord. All the disc DDD, all the disc problems we know so well, getting old. Severe nausea, seizures, including epilepsy, all seizures, HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, cachexia, wasting syndrome, severe and persistent muscle spasms, including multiple sclerosis. So Parkinson's, tremors, Tourette's, Asperger's, autism. These things cause a lot of issues that are on this list. So if you didn't hear your ailment, you can still get certified, i.e. menstrual cramps falls under chronic pain. Tourette's make you shake, falls under muscle spasms. Parkinson's falls under muscle spasms, things like that. You can get your card. If you want to come meet with one of our doctors, you can also get your card if you want to just sit at home on your couch and meet with one of our doctors. Either way, check out tumbleweedshealthcenter.com, get certified, and see one of our doctors.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
That's right. Just give us a call. 520-838. No, I didn't say that. 520-838-4430. You can email your records over to thctucson@gmail.com. Come down to 6224 East Speedway Boulevard, or like I said, sit on your couch and we will check it out. All right. So we're back. We're going to do some more news since it's been a little while. I don't know why last week did what it did. I'm very sorry. I think we were having a substitute teacher day anyway. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I was playing last week was really funny. You know what? I don't know if this would work because I would have to tune in. Let's see. I don't think I can get Facebook on this. I might be able to. We'll see what happens. But we were listening to Oh no. I don't think you signed into Facebook with Hulu. We were listening to some comedians on Facebook, and it was pretty darn funny. Let's see if we can sign in and just have some good jokes. Otherwise, I think I can just play them from my phone, and you can listen to them that way. Oh, because it's nice to have just a little comedy break. No, I'm not a robot. And what is a robot asking if I'm a robot for? Because wouldn't you guys be friends at that moment? I mean, aren't robots friends with other robots? Stupid. Oh, it did let me on. Oh, Lordy B. Let's see if we can do some of these jokes. Let's get on over to my page here and see what's up, because some of these are funny. There's a lot of food hacks on here. Restore. Summit, enter the pin. Oh my Lord. I don't know where this pin is coming from, so I don't know how to restore my things. So maybe we'll just skip that, because enter your pin. Oh, I don't know. Is that my pin? That's usually my pin. And it's a very simple pin. It worked. Aha. All right. I'll get some funnies here in a second, just because we always need a good laugh. So let's see. Oh, is it not going to show me? All right, here we are. Okay, here are some funnies. These are good ones. Okay. We are going to listen to some marijuana jokes right now on Weedsday Wednesday. These are from Facebook, because why not? So hold on.
It's amazing how weed's legal here now. And I know it's good, but it upsets me because of the number of times I was thrown onto a police car because I had weed on me. I remember the first time I saw a medicinal marijuana store in Detroit. I pulled over like it was a mirage.
It was.
It was in the middle of the ghetto. I was like, holy shit, they're selling weed.
House of
where
Dank.
They used to sell weed. I used to be hard to get. Like, if I catch my kid with pot, people ask me, like, what if you caught him with weed? Like, wait, 7. I would be deeply concerned, but also impressed. But honestly, as a teenager, what am I going to say? It's legal. Like, where'd you get it, Meyer? That's cool. I hear they have good at low prices. It's nice that you're shopping smart.
Yeah.
You know, so back in my day, you used to have to page a drug dealer on a beeper. Do you know what that is? Yeah, you don't. And sometimes they wouldn't even call you back, irregardless of the number of 911s and 420s you would put in that page to express your marijuana urgency. And then eventually you would give up and you would drive down to a shady neighborhood. I don't know, name out of a hat, Wayburn in 94. And you would get off there and you would wait for somebody in a burnt down house to go, caw, caw. And you would slow down the car and go, woohoo, woohoo. And they run out and sell you a dime bag that was yay big, filled with stems and seeds. Yeah, you've never even seen them, have you?
Nope.
And you'd separate them for days.
Little
roll
brats.
a dirt weed joint and get a headache because there was Windex and WD-40 on them.
Yep.
But that's all you had in my day. You were grateful for it. Your pussy generation will never know the hardships of trying to make a soft right-hand turn while trying to roll a joint on a CD case. What's a CD case? Serious? It's amazing how weeds.
What's a CD case? That's exactly right. What's a CD case? Let's see what else we got. Weedsday Wednesday. We're just listening to some comedy because we can, and because why not? Because everybody needs a little bit of comedy in their life. So let's check this one out. See if we can get it to unmute, because it never does. All right. See? Already. Hold on a second. Here we go.
You ever smoked weed out of an apple before? The reason I like to smoke out of an apple is because obviously I don't roll.
He's got CP and his hands are curled
If
up.
I'm rolling the joint, we are losing a lot of product. The reason I bring up the old apple pipe was a couple weeks ago I was on the road and I had one with me waiting for my ride and for my hotel. And then down the street comes a pig on a horse. Stop, guys. Anyway, this mounted officer, is that my team? Anyways, he comes clippity clopping by, and I'm all high and paranoid, like, oh shit, what if the horse smells apple? Oh shit, the horse smells apple. He clippity clops right on up to me, recognized me. He's like, hey, I saw you on TV. I was like, sweet, can I feed your horse an apple? He let me do it. Have a fun day, officer. You guys ever smoke?
Yep, exactly. Think the horse would have got high on that one. All right, hang on.
But it's pretty clear that all the employees.
Here we go.
I don't know if you've ever been to a marijuana dispensary, but it's pretty clear that all the employees in there have been sampling the marijuana. They're disappointing Biggie Smalls from 9 to 5 in that place. Get high on their own supply, unacceptable. And I'm gonna start, you walk in there and they're all like, oh, I'm kind of a diet, you want to take a really dope walk today? Take a really dank nap. Fuck, man, you can touch me if you want. All right, that's pretty crunchy, but I will take the weed, thank you. That's fine, that's okay. I don't think it would work out that way with a mushroom dispensary. It doesn't work out if you're disappointing Biggie Smalls all day with mushrooms. I don't know if anybody here has ever overindulged with mushrooms before, but I'll say one thing, front-facing customer service would probably be on my last, probably the last thing I'd want to do. Strangers all the time? No, I'm good. Strangers and explaining things, then money? No.
Exactly. Mushrooms are for ladybugs and.
Parents too? Is anyone here got?
All right.
I got stoner parents too. Is anyone here got stoner parents? Or is a stoner parent? My parents, I did not realize they were high my entire childhood. I thought they were just nice, you know? I thought I just had really nice parents. Turns out they were really high, and I found this out in a very funny way. And this is a true story. You know, for us who grew up in the 90s, when we had home videos, we had them on a little recording tape. And recently, my parents had those converted onto a USB, so we could all watch it, right? And eventually, I'm going to post this video. It's so fucking funny. But this is how I found out just how high my parents were. It was my 5th birthday party.
Oh, God.
And my mom was putting up the pinata for all the little kids to dash down. And my dad says in a very slurred speech, Yvonne, did you remember to put candy in the pinata? And my mom's like, yeah, obviously. 5 minutes later, I bashed the pinata, and guess what? It's empty. And instead of my mom like trying to apologize or whatever, her idea was to run to the house, grab a Costco bag of candy, and just start throwing it out to a bunch of children like we're chickens in a fucking coop. I got stoner parents.
Oh, funny times, funny times. All right, just wanted to play something fun for you guys. All right. Let's get back to a little bit of news. You're listening to Weedsday Wednesday. Not that kind of news. I just popped open Facebook and it's like, missing. No, we don't want to hear about the missing. Not now, because don't even get me started. All right. Let's see what's going on in the world of weed. We already talked about, oh, no. Here we go. For you growers out there, are you watering your cannabis plants too much or too little? Let's see. In the modern high-performance plant factory cultivation setting, we often find ourselves focusing on the new information and latest variables, including new spectral distribution, CO2 enrichment strategies, or differences between fertility regimes, yet more often than not, the difference between a record-breaking harvest and a catastrophic crop failure comes down to the most fundamental of tasks. As we push towards increased efficiency, watering can no longer be viewed as a chore of hydration. It is a tool of plant growth manipulation. Embrace the dry down. The science of the dry down is the heart of balancing the moisture content to keep the plant in a state of growth without being too far in either direction to result in saturated conditions or so dry that wilt occurs. To quantify this, it is important to use the 1 to 5 scale, moisture scale. Level 5 represents total saturation. The pot is heavy, potentially with free water, while a level 1 is the substrate pulling away from the container sides and is at the plant's wilting point. For the commercial cultivator, the goal is disciplined oscillation between a level 4, wet and water drips when pressed, and a level 2, water is not extracted when pressed and substrate crumbles. The most common mistake in commercial rooms is the fear of the dry down. Growers who fear the stress of wilting events will maintain a moisture level of 4 or 5. On the surface, the plants look turgid, but beneath the surface, the pot feels heavy. Plant growth is not optimized. The irony of overwatering. Overwatering is rarely about the volume of water. It's about the absence of oxygen. When pore spaces in the media remain saturated, the root zone becomes oxygen deficient for the required gas exchange. Roots, like the rest of the plant, require oxygen for cellular respiration. When oxygen is depleted, root hairs begin to die, turning from white to a translucent brown. Common signs of pythium in the greenhouse are single plants exhibiting wilt symptoms even if the root zone is saturated. Overwatering can also inhibit iron uptake, resulting in nutrient deficiencies. Iron deficiency is commonly observed as intervenial chlorosis of the upper foliage. This issue often arises when plant water needs decrease, such as during seasonal transitions in greenhouses from summer to fall, but irrigation practices are not adjusted accordingly. Overly frequent irrigation or failure to reduce watering during lower demand periods can lead to oversaturation of the root zone, limiting oxygen availability and reducing the plant's ability to uptake iron. Actually picking up the root pot or container is the most critical and effective way to train yourself and staff on when to water. While looking at the substrate can be an aid in determining water requirements, it does not replace picking up the pots to gauge the water weight. This will also prevent overwatering due to the surface drying that occurs when the top layer of the substrate is significantly drier compared to the rest of the pot. For operations using automated watering, it's essential to still monitor the water content of the pot. Water requirements shift both as the plant grows and with the season for a fall crop. The water requirement decreases as temperatures and solar radiation also decrease, even though the plants are still growing. The grower's job is to maintain the push and pull. If plants stay at level 4 and 5, the chances of pythium and nutrient deficiencies increase. If we dry down too far to level 1, we cause irreversible damage to the root hairs and permanent yield loss. Mastering the move from 4 to 2 is where the profit is found. It builds a robust root system for optimal plant growth. By understanding the science of the dry down, we can dial in fertility management and reduce potential disease issues. Well, that's good information, actually. Because you can always tell. I mean, if you lift up the pot your plant's in and it's freaking heavy, you know you've got a lot of water in it. And it's important. It's kind of like fasting. You know, you don't want to drown your plant, but you don't also want to totally dehydrate your plant. You want to get that optimal wet-dry combo. When I was growing in New York in the basement, that was the best. That was the best place. That stuff grew like crazy. I didn't have oxygen tanks or CO2 tanks. I didn't have anything in there except for it was cold at night. It was dark. I mean, obviously, except for the light, you know, when the lights went out, it was really dark. And then they got a lot of cool air at night. But one thing I did, which I'm going to do again, is I put big rocks in the mix at the bottom so that there were spaces for air for the roots to kind of go around. And it seemed to work. Those plants were huge. And right now I'm having a little trouble with my cannabis plants in my room, and I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know if it's, I honestly, I think it's lack of like just regular air. CO2 is a good thing for plants. But I do have 9 cats, and the last crop they peed in. Yep, totally. Oh yeah, gross. And that was a total accident on my part. Did not think. I left the door slightly ajar, and one of them just totally squoze through the door, which I did not think they would ever do, and went in there and peed. And oh, anyway, I flushed everything the best I could, but I think I flushed too much. And these 2 plants, one of them after like a month, 6 weeks, is like an inch tall. Sorry. And the other one's maybe 3 inches tall and looking bad. So those are coming down today, unfortunately. And we're going to start all over with fresh dirt that hasn't been peed in. And we're going to let this dirt dry out outside, dump it over the fence. And then I got brand new dirt and it's ready. And I just got to disinfect the buckets from last time from the kitties and have a do-over. And hopefully my room is going to be good enough for them. Wow, a girl can dream. All right, this is true. All right, let's see. You are listening to Weedsday Wednesday, brought to you by Tumbleweeds Health Center. Thanks to those of you tuning in. Open hour, is that you? Oh, and now they're gone. Okay, Three's Company, and now they're not. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in. I want to say that. Where are we going here? Let's see. We got to get on over to our spot where we don't have the intro in the show, and we do that. Uh-oh. Nope, that's not what we do. That's not working at all. That's not working. Hold everything. It's been morning, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in to Weeds. Oh, no. There you go. See, that's the kind of morning it's been. Try to get it back just to our music and not the whole theme. So here we are, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in to Weedsday Wednesday. Each and every week, we appreciate you. We hope you guys have a good day. Stay cool. It's going to be 100 degrees today, I think. What's our temperature today? It's going to be 99. Yeah. And remember, there are only 205 days until Christmas, 206 days until it's over, and 204 days to get your beep. Where is it? Nope. Get your beep together. All right. We'll see you next week, folks. Happy Weedsday Wednesday. Happy June. Put your suntan, get your suntan lotion on, get your sunscreen lotion on. Stay hydrated. Drink electrolytes if you're in the desert. That's key. Happy Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. Have an awesome day. Smoke some weed.